EA Sports. It's in the game.
Somebody pop a day. Hold up. Somebody on their way. Hold up. I would have grown a day.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Smoothie. The Oklahoma City Thunder control the tap. Not it's blocked by Davis.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish. At the rim.
Contact on the drop. Can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Jay, without question, one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason, Paul George stays in OKC.
I think him and Russ work well off each other. Playoff P wants to be Playoff P all the time. Who better to bring that out of you than the Beast Brook?
To Holiday. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Westbrook to George. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand. Check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Davis. And he drains it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Westbrook. That'll be rejected by Davis.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
New Orleans will take it up. Has a look. A fundamental shot right there.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Westbrook to Adams. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Steven Adams. He's got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Holiday. They go down low to Randall. And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis. And a chance at 3.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Russ at the controls. To Paul George.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Knocked loose. Westbrook. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Paul George to Westbrook. It's no good. Great defense.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Holiday.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Beyond the arc for three. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you come into my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
Thunder with the basketball. Knocked loose. Westbrook into the front court. Trailing by 15. Oh, straight down the middle. 4-2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Add 2 points to the board. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
Pelicans have the basketball to Davis.
Shot up. Oh, yeah.
Anthony Davis. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Old school equals high percentage.
Westbrook with it. Down 11. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Knocked loose. Thunder had him. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Trying to cash in with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Westbrook. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Wesley Johnson. Into the game for the Thunder. Number 3, Nerlens Noel.
Knocked loose. That one's going to be out of bounds. George. Westbrook. Buries it on the catch and shoot. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
OKC ball. It's Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's at 50%. Solid. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Westbrook into the front court. Margins 8. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Down to Westbrook. Nice pass to set things up. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more, and he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Into the game
And that'll...
substitutions. New Orleans. Substitutions. Oklahoma City.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Thunder with the basketball. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Felton into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
And Patterson grabs the rebound. Ferguson. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it. Fires the 3, hits the trifecta.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Felton into the front court. Down a bundle. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
New Orleans going to take it up. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So we're through 1 here at Smoothie King Center with the Pelicans on top. Jay and Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we...
Substitutions. New Orleans.
Westbrook. It's blocked by Mirotic.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
All I know is this: you better step up on D.
The assist from number 3.
That's me.
Nerlens Noel.
I got ball.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here's a chance from long range. Hits the 3-pointer.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the 1 will just keep scoring.
Westbrook to Schroeder. Cruises inside for 2.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. First half in the books. The Pelicans have the lead.
Jay, to bring you the rest of the game.
I'm here. I got ball.
Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Fires the 3, and he buries it.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Westbrook to George. Adams. Great feed. Sets it up. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Cashes in for 2.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Paul George to Westbrook. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Holiday in possession. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Off the mark at the line. Shot by Robertson off the mark. Holiday controls the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Jumper's good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
One of our main entrances around the arena.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Unable to connect on the free throw. Has a chance? Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oklahoma City ball. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Turns and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Westbrook. 4-3. And the rebound comes down to New Orleans. There's the toss. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Off the mark on his free throw. Holiday in possession. His guys holding the big lead. From long range, and he hits.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
George. To Holiday. Going to launch beyond the arc and a putback slam.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. For three, he drills the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Paul George to Westbrook. Down low, Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. With that, he's 5 for 9.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys down big. George to Adams. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Oklahoma City's got it. Oh, Davis up to turn that one away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Screen coming. To Davis. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. I'm here.
Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
I got ball. This is all me. Well, let's flip.
To Julius Randle. Picked up by the Thunder. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
New Orleans has it. To Holiday. Cleans it up. Slams it home on the putback.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
The Thunder will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Subbing in for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 17.
Paul George to Schroeder. Finish that. Lets it fly from long range. And Adams able to clear the board. Schroeder with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Adams. Knocked loose. Schroeder. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Here's Schroeder with it. Looking to make something happen. To Adams. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Schroeder. Now pass. Stolen by the Pelicans.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Paul George. Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by Davis.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
To George. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect from in close. That'll be rejected by Davis.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
The assist from number 13.
George. Goes to the right side. Dennis Schroeder. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Davis. Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Not it's blocked by Davis.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Entering the game for New Orleans, number 34, Chef Diallo.
Deep three at the buzzer. That's the end of the quarter. It's been all Pelicans so far. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter.
Entering the game for the Thunder, number 13, Paul George.
Paul George to Westbrook.
Number 13.
Nice finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. Westbrook. To Paul George. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Westbrook. To George. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Westbrook. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Julius Randle. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. George. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
To Holiday.
Here we go. I got him. Double.
From the painted area, won't go down. Westbrook across the timeline. Down a bundle. Fires the three, and Russell Westbrook knocks down a wide open three.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
It's good, and one.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Whoops, that won't go. Westbrook flushes it home.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
To Holiday. Down to Randle. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Holiday. 4-3. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. Shot from in close, no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Westbrook. Down low, Noel. Runner's good there.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Holiday.
I'm here.
From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock as your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Lock up. Here you go.
To Holiday. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Second and 3, off the mark. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense to Paul George. Probing the defense. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Davis. From the outside, no good.
Baby, it's game time.
Uh-oh, lock-up time.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First try at the line, no good. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2.
Keep him hit.
For 3, not that time. And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis, and a chance at 3.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. He'll put it up. At the buzzer, it's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Pelicans came away with the victory in this one. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The Pelicans got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.